I am Kit, and this is me 39 weeks on low dose testosterone and finasteride. There have been no T changes again this week. I, checked my voice, and it is still at the same place it's been for the last 6 weeks or so. So, there's been literally nothing else that I've noticed that's changed. I did have an appointment with my doctor this week about the testosterone. We agreed that because of the mental health issues I've been having the last several weeks, we're not going to change my dose until we find out what my levels are. We got blood tests done on Wednesday, but I'm still waiting for the results. I'll have them next week, one way or another. They're supposed to call me, but if they don't, there's a new patient portal that's starting up that I should be able to get the results on at the beginning of next month. I've also talked to them about the Finasteride. I got a refill on that with the understanding that when things stabilize for me, I am going to stop the Finasteride until I start seeing changes and see how I feel with those changes, because after all this time, it's obvious I'm not going to be able to just make a decision on whether I want the changes or not just by thinking about it and talking about it for 7 months straight. So I'm going to stop the Finasteride and see how the changes come along and see how I feel about them as they happen. They're not going to happen overnight, but we'll see how that goes. And we'll see if my T levels come back, how they come back. We'll see if that's going to change at all. I did just want to note a change that I've been debating whether it's been a change for several months, is that my nails do seem to have gotten thicker. They've gotten sturdier. Before T, I would chip my nails all the time, but now they do seem to be able to grow a little longer without breaking all the time. So that's a change I'm absolutely pleased with, because I do not like brittle nails at all. In other news, I did take the entire week off of work, except Monday. Monday, I was at work. I took lunch, and then I started having an anxiety attack. I was crying, shaking, and I had to text my boss. I'm like, I don't know if I can go back to work, but it passed. I made it through the rest of the day, but then I asked for Tuesday off and then got a doctor's note for the rest of the week, because my therapist thinks it's burnout. I've got a lot of stress that I didn't realize I was dealing with that has just made it so I cannot function at work without having mental breakdowns. I also saw another doctor and got a anti-anxiety med that I've tried a couple times. It does seem to be calming, but without necessarily making me want to fall asleep. I did fall asleep both times, but I have also been having really bad sleep. Staying up late, getting up early. It's also not healthy for my mental health, but I'm doing the best I can. Additionally, this whole week, I've been doing writing and artwork. November is National Writing Month. It's sort of a national event where people try to write a 50,000 word novel in a month. I've never actually tried to do that specifically, because I've had other writing projects or art projects on my list that I just use November as a focused creative month. This year, I planned to do the artwork for my video audio novel that I was talking about a little bit ago. And when I realized that I've been writing for like 2 weeks already, and I was starting to get the creative urge to do art, I was like, you know what? I don't have to wait for November to do this. If this is what I want to do, if this is where my energy wants to go when I'm in a bad mental health state, I'm just going to lean into it. I'm going to go for it. So this week I've been doing artwork for this novel. I was really pleased with one picture that came out. I learned how to do some ocean, some water effects that I'm really pleased with. I did a second one like it for my art group this week as well, because I'm really enjoying this landscape art. I also managed to draft out and start coloring the picture that's been on my plate for the whole year, that's been preventing me from wanting to continue this project because I'm so frustrated with this particular scene. But I got it drawn out, and I'm figuring out how to draw it, paint it, color it in a way that feels good for me. So that's sort of where I've been in the last week. And I will, I guess, update you in the coming weeks of what's going on, what's going to happen. I'll see you next week.